بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وصحابته أجمعين سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم سبحانك لا فهم لنا إلا ما فهمتنا إنك أنت الجواد الكريم وقل رب زدني علما. قال المصنف إمام النووي رحمه الله تبارك وتعالى ونفعنا بعلومه في الدارين. قال عن أبي سعيد سمر بن جندب رضي الله عنه قال لقد كنت على عهد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم غلاما فكنت أحفظ عنه فما يمنعني من القول إلا أن ها هنا رجالا هم أسن مني متفق عليه. So continuing with the chapter of giving the proper due respect and honor and acknowledgement to the scholars, the elders, the people of rank and virtue. So here, Samur ibn Jundub, radiallahu anhu, Sahabi Jalil, yet he was quite young during the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and so he says that I was during the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam a young man, young boy. And however, I used to memorize a lot of his speech. I would memorize many hadiths from the Prophet ﷺ. So if he had memorized a lot of hadiths, then one would expect so he would narrate those and he would relate them to others. But he says, فَمَا يَمْنَعُنِي مِنَ الْقَوْلِ إِلَّا أَنَّ هَا هُنَا رِجَالًا هُمْ أَسَنُّ مِنِّي. He said, but I didn't. So he did not, and this is, a very salient characteristic of the Sahaba and a very wonderful etiquette and manifestation of humility that they used to display. Not like us. We heard something in the internet, and then we go and make a big announcement, and go around narrating, and broadcasting, and we don't even know whether what we've acquired even has any veracity or not. But Sahaba were quite different. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, you'll notice, those who are familiar with the books of hadith, they'll find very few hadiths narrated by Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. He was the closest companion of Rasulullah, and he heard more from Nabi than anybody. And in fact, he had a whole compilation of hadith, which later on he destroyed because he was worried that maybe any mistake, blunder, and Nabi says, whoever has fabricated something knowingly against, about me, something that I've said, let him seek out his place in the hellfire. Similarly, a person who mentions or talks about the Quran from his own understanding without the qualification. So he says, I used to memorize many things from the Prophet ﷺ, and nothing would prevent me from narrating those and relating those, except there were people elder to me who were doing that. So I did not take a step forward in the position of those who were elder to me. They were doing that. And you'll find the Sahaba in that regard also, if they are asked for a fatwa, and we're talking about the ulama of the Sahaba, they would refer to another Sahabi who they felt had a higher status, who would pass it on to someone he felt had a higher. The fatwa would go all around and probably come back to the same fellow. They were not ready to just jump up and, espouse their opinions like us. So this is to be understood. So here we have two things, actually, very important lessons. One is the etiquette of elders respecting youngers, respecting their elders, and also the responsibility that comes with the acquisition of knowledge and its dissemination. The responsibility and the accountability and the etiquette that's involved in that as well. And if someone is more capable, I was in San Francisco, and one of our younger students, very, very knowledgeable young man, was giving the dars of hadith. And so I came and I sat, and so he got up and he said, no, you come. I didn't, although I think he's probably more qualified than me, but he's younger than me. He's the status of the age of our students. And so when he saw someone of the rank of his teachers, So he got up to, and of course I didn't accept that, and we benefited a lot from his lesson. But that's how the etiquette of the ulama. If someone is about to lead the salat, someone who's there's a guest from these people of knowledge, someone who perhaps has seniority in whatever, then the imam would never hesitate to, and moreover, he would not permit himself to lead, he would put the other person forward. So these are the beautiful etiquettes of humility and acknowledgement that embellish our beautiful religion, beautiful as it is, and make it even further beautiful. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the ability to recognize all of these beauties and adorn ourselves therein. Ameen, thumma ameen, wa akhiru da'wana. Alhamdulillah.